Hey guys, I was gonna make a video today, but I just woke up from like a 3-month coma, and I'm really looking forward to this Fallout MMO. I mean, Bethesda's like my favorite game company. Todd Howard is the man. I mean, look at this. I mean, I got games to play, so you know, just excuse me. What? No! No! Motherfucking... We've been betrayed, alright? This will not stand. Get that later. Seriously, I've had so much respect for Bethesda over the years, and this is the biggest catastrophe of a launch I have ever seen for a video game, period. It is so catastrophic that we're gonna have to break this down into sections just to go over all of the many, many ways that Bethesda fucked this up along every single step. So, let's get into it, shall we? First up, the bugs. We all know Bethesda has a bit of a reputation for releasing buggy games at launch.
I read on the internet that our games have had a few bugs.
And it was certainly a bad sign when Bethesda released this letter prior to the game even being released, stating that they knew it was broken, that the product that they were shipping out as a final release still needed work, still wasn't done, was still buggy, and was still a work in progress, and yet they went ahead and released it anyways. I mean, they had this pretext of releasing a beta, but when a beta is released so close to the initial release, what time do you have to actually fix bugs? I mean, I would say that maybe they thought there would just be minor bugs that needed to be fixed, but clearly that's not what happened because, again, the letter says that they knew things weren't working correctly. So the best thing I can think of is that Bethesda knew the game wasn't finished and released the beta just as a show, as some kind of gimmick to say, hey, we're working on the bugs that we know were there, but it was really just a way to bypass them and to get people more interested in the game, and really more than anything, the beta was just a way to entice people to pre-order the game, to get access to the game early, so they could get your sweet, sweet money before things even started going down. Even prior to release, there was one bug that was stopping players from even being able to uninstall the game, holding 50 gigabytes or more of your space completely hostage, unable to use it, unable to get rid of the game, because if you were invited to play the game by someone who had the beta but you didn't own the game, then you no longer had access to the game to uninstall it. As hilarious as this is that they were trying to charge you $60 to just uninstall the beta, this game was apparently made by Thanos, because this bug was balanced out by another bug that upon launch day, if you were to press the wrong button in the launcher, it would just delete the whole game, all 50 plus gigs of it. And what would cause such a catastrophic glitch? What could you do that, what must have been small and insignificant, right? What weird specific string of functions would you as the player have to incorrectly put in to cause this catastrophic failure? Pressing literally any button on the client launcher. That's it, you pressed a button. They were telling people, don't click anything, don't move, don't touch anything. Shit's fucked. These were two of the more catastrophic bugs, and I would love to go into more detail about all of the, let's see, frame rate drops, the being disconnected from the game crashing constantly, the hilarious T-poses, missions not paying out rewards, but that would take a 40-minute video in and of itself, so just here's a hilarious montage of the best one set to the always classic Benny Hill theme song. And it wasn't just the in-game technical issues that Bethesda was running into. Nope, there was the next section we're gonna talk about, the bag. As part of the Ultra Mega Give Us Your Money Collector's Edition, you got a free canvas bag, except the problem was it wasn't canvas. It was advertised as a nice, solid, well-constructed canvas bag, but instead what we got was this abomination of a Walmart plastic grocery shopping bag made out of nylon. It's disgusting and gross. Get it out of here. The best part of this is the real-life bag I got from Fallout 4 when I got the special pre-order loot box edition where I got the hoodie and the flag and all this stuff. I mean, I like Fallout and I like collector stuff, as you can probably tell, and this is a real bag. This is well constructed. This is my actual like laptop work bag that I use. Not for Fallout 76 though. So what was their excuse for releasing such an inferior product as compared to what they were promised? They ran out of materials. They said they ran out of canvas. I really should be making videos on this. Nobody's talking about it. The great canvas shortage of 2018. It's gonna bring edgy clothing lines to their knees. Where will I buy my camo jackets if there's no canvas? So people were obviously upset. They were bait and switch, they were lied to, they got an inferior product, so they took to Twitter, they took to Reddit, and they started complaining and asking for a response. Why did they not get what they were promised, what they paid for? And Bethesda's response was this, and it's a little too long, I don't know how to read, so let me give you the summary for it. Go fuck yourselves. Dear signed Bethesda. That's nice. A little heart at the end, basically. That comment got over 22,000 downvotes on Reddit. At this time, they were offering people $5 of in-game currency to make up for the fact that they had completely ripped everybody off. This, of course, is a terrible solution. Finally, after a week or so, after all of the negative publicity on top of all the already negative publicity that we've been talking about, they relented and said that people would now be offered an actual bag as supplies became available. They were going to start putting them into production, and all you had to do was fill out a ticket with all this information on it and file it to the support team, and they would put you on the list and you would get your bag whenever it was available. This leads us into the next problem, the leak. So a few weeks into this ongoing disaster of a release is when we really hit like the three-ring circus shit show of the like climax of how terrible this all was. You see, right at the exact same time as they were having people fill out these tickets with all of this information, your address, your receipt, your email address, your account name, they had a big big leak going on. You see, it wasn't like they got hacked. No, it wasn't anything that somebody did to them. It was yet again something Bethesda did to themselves. You see, Bethesda accidentally happened to allow anybody who had an open ticket to see other people's open tickets, which means if you were going in to check on your own ticket status to see if it had been updated, if they had replied to you, you were instead able to update or reply anyone's ticket. And if their personal information was attached to it as was requested by Bethesda, you could see where they lived, what their email address was. That's not cool. That's really not cool. And while Bethesda tries to focus on the fact that they didn't release any credit card information with this leak, there was partial credit card information released on these bills. Oh my god. So we're at a point now where Bethesda has leaked your information, ripped you off on a canvas bag, the game doesn't hardly work. But what about the Atom Shop? Like I said, they were offering people in-game currency, right? For these refunds? Oh, it's good. Brings us to our next section. The Atom Shop. You see, Bethesda saw how much money Fortnite is generating with their in-game currency shop that sells cosmetics and emotes and things of that nature, and they decided we want to get us some of that money. That's some good money. Bring it on over to Fallout. Yeah. Problem is with this is that when it's in Fortnite, most of us find it acceptable because Fortnite is a free game, and these cosmetics are all optional, but it's okay, at least in my head, to pay $20 or so a season on some cosmetics because the game's free. I get lots of enjoyment out of it. Fallout is not free. Fallout is $60 for the game, or at least it was at release. I mean, it's been plummeting to the ground ever since. And when you charge people $60 just for the initial game, and then you say, hey, you guys want some Santa outfits? Just $20. You can look like Santa. Or Mrs. Santa. Gender inclusive. Ooh. Cosmetics in the item shop can vary wildly. There's some cheap stuff in there like this monocle for like $150, some basic hats, some really simple outfits for just $2 or so, and that's more acceptable. But premium items that people are actually going to be interested in cost a third of the price of the full game. And when you compare this to the DLC and digital content that Bethesda has consistently given us in the past for all of their other games, full multi-hour long DLCs that add huge sections of map and gameplay and story for less money, how can you on earth turn around and start justifying this as paid DLC in a game? To me, this is one of the most troubling things of the whole release, because as much as they stumbled and tripped and screwed up on every single step of this release, this is what shows me the future of Bethesda. That Bethesda is all about getting that money. Fallout 76 is a money generation machine. It's not about the gameplay, it's not about the players or their experience playing the game or world building, as we've come to know and respect Bethesda from their Fallout and Elder Scrolls series. This is an online store with a broken game attached to it. Basically, I guess the #1 lesson here is, for the love of God, stop pre-ordering games. I mean, I get it. I've been there. I've done it myself, but I don't do it anymore because of games like this. If you're somebody who bought Fallout 76 and you got burned on their stupid collector's edition, on their stupid canvas bag lie, or on the fact that the game just doesn't work right, just keep this in mind the next time that you are so certain you want to pre-order a game, and maybe just don't. And in addition to that, if you enjoy Fallout 76, I'm not telling you shouldn't enjoy it or that you shouldn't keep playing it, but you got to admit that this is a catastrophe for a company that I have loved for years. And honestly, it just makes me really, really disappointed to see them going in this direction. So here's hoping that by the next time we see a major entry from Bethesda, whether you consider that to be Rage or Elder Scrolls 7 in a couple years, all that matters is that we hope they do better, and that you please do not support them until they prove that they have the consumer in mind again. But hey, that's just my opinion on the whole affair. What did you think of Bethesda's Fallout 76 launch? Was it as bad as it seems to me, or do you think maybe it was okay? Let me know down below in the comments, as well as like this video, and if you're new here, consider subscribing. If you need me, I'm gonna poorly moonwalk out of the frame while videos pop up that you could click on. Alright, cool. You can't see my feet, but I'm doing it. It's cool.